Lock in, Chiefs Kingdom, Jason Dunn's dropping dimes. 10 keys to victory, is football time. He's been in the trenches, he's battled the best. Breaking down the matchups, forget all the rest. From Mahomes to the defense, the blueprint is clear. JD's got the knowledge that the fans want to hear. Keys to the game, straight from a pro. How the Chiefs take the win, he's letting you know. Lock in, Chiefs Kingdom, Jason Dunn's dropping dimes. 10 keys to victory, is football time.
You best believe the Chiefs are down there for business and blood. What's up, man? What's going down with you all, man? I just every time I hear the video, it makes me smile. It makes me laugh. I want to thank Marcus first. Okay, Marcus, man, I appreciate it for having the music and stuff out here. It's something. But see, man, you make me happy, brother. Dang, God, you take me out of my mode of whatnot, because it's such a great video. Linda's loving it. I'm loving it every second that you put it out here. But I you know what? That's right there is what you look for. You look for people, man, that appreciate you for who you are. And my brother Marcus, Tage, I love those guys. I do. So we're gonna talk about these keys to victory. And really, we know we have this somewhat of a juggernaut coming in. Two teams that's been wounded somewhat. Guess what? Hey, we finally back on the winning track, right? We got us the first win of the season. Okay? And that's what we needed to do. We really needed just to get one under our belt. Just to feel like our old selves. We had to get back into the win column just to make sure that we haven't forgotten who we are. See, because what I've seen out here, I've been seeing a whole lot of people that have forgotten who the Chiefs are. Some of it comes from, maybe our own fan base that's grumbling, and they got, growing pains, grumbling. Oh my gosh, everybody's out. I heard them just talk about bringing back McCall Hardman. I don't think that's gonna happen. We got some young stars. We do. We got some young guys. But also, too, what we have is still the same old jokers that keep coming back with their old happy opinions about the Chiefs. That's what they keep doing. They keep coming up every chance they get and want to make themselves a prophet or I've had the stories with this and what I want to show right now, okay, just one quick little video. I think Marcus is going to put it right now. Marcus, I think it's going to be the best time actually to kind of show this a little bit, right? Just to see this, okay? Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead and play the clip, brother.
Are worried about Kansas City
yes,
than are worried about Baltimore at this point. Mike T, strangely, you're not one of them.
Not at all, because help is on the way. When you're in the season, you say, how do we get better, Greeny? Xavier Worthy's been dealing with an injury. Hopefully he plays this week. And then Rashee Rice is a difference maker. There's very few teams that can add a player of the caliber of Rashee Rice this season. They're going to be absolutely fine. And with Cincinnati going on with Joe Burrow's injury, Houston being disappointing, there's more opportunities to make the playoffs in the AFC. The Chiefs will be fine.
What are you looking at? You checking his cup?
The Chiefs aren't going to make the playoffs?
You don't believe the Chiefs make the playoffs this year?
Listen, I know I called this a couple of years ago, and I was maybe 2 years too early. But when
they've made the Super Bowl each of those 2 years.
Right, yeah. But when you talk about what they have coming back, will they get there in time? Because I know Harry knows their schedule, and he wants to speak on that. But can they get reinforcements before the Chargers have run away with the division?
I tell you what, good old Bart Scott. It never fails. It's almost like, how you got, like, you're having a great time at a party. Everybody's hanging out, talking to each other and, having a couple of sips of stuff. And then here comes a guy kicking the door in. Like, hey, what's going on? You're like, here they come. Here comes the guy that's going to come in and just start throwing shade all over the place. right? Like the old Dave Chappelle said, he's habitual line stepper. He's one of those haters of the year. You know, if you go through and a Tookie Johnson is what he is. You know, if you ever watched the Chappelle show, he's the biggest hater of the year. That's what he gets. Oh, Bart, man. Look, Bart don't know any better. The fact that he even said, I might have called this 2 years too early. And the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl both years. Bart, are you ever going to be right? And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be wrong again this year. Everybody crowning the Chargers. And look, I seen Harry's face. Look, Harry's another one of the Kentucky Pro Football Hall of Fame guys. I love my brother to death. I love Bart too. You know, hey, look, we balled against each other. But, man, these guys, they sure are wrong. And I tell you right now, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to come in and dismantle the Ravens. That's what's going to have to happen. Two teams that's coming in wounded, and they're coming in Arrowhead. Now, we already let one little bird off the hook. We let them little fire the coop before cooking them up real good. We had a chance to have them right there on the little turner and baking them up, and we let them off the hook. That's what we did. But no more. It's not going to happen this week. It's not going to happen. We keep talking about the Ravens. They're a very talented team. We know they are. Very talented team. But guess what? They got the Chiefs on the right day. I'm telling you right now, they got them on the right day. Because they come in Arrowhead, they're going to have full problems on their hand. Full problems. So we had to go in. We had to remind people who we are. That's going to have to happen on Sunday. So we're going to start up. We're going to talk about the keys to victory here, okay? Now, number one thing we have to do, okay? We said last week, hey, we started the game off, same thing, kind of all over the place, don't know what to do. Second half, the guys put their heads together. They all got in the huddle. Andy and Nagy and all those guys said, hey, look, man, we need to do some things different, okay? What we're doing ain't working. It's not working. So guess what? They decided we want to run the daggone football a little bit. Good. Start the game with the right tempo and rhythm. That's what has to happen. You want to be successful against this team, against the Ravens, you got to start the game with the right tempo and rhythm. That's what you have to do, okay? We understand they're kind of wounded. The defense is giving up a whole lot of points. A whole lot of points. Games they should have won. Chiefs should have won. But look, they got it. To lose in the way that they had, the fashion they have lost it, does something to them mentally, man. It does. And ladies, number two thing we have to do, run the football. Pac and Hunt got to eat this week. They got to eat this week. And look, everybody, we ain't got Jamar Gibbs, we ain't got Montgomery. No. We got Pac and we got Hunt. That's what we got. And those guys are good enough to get the job done. They are. So if you have any doubt about it, right, and everybody want to take a dump on them, Pac and Hunt, I'm going to put my money on these two. That's what I'm doing this week. And you are too also. So I'm waiting to see what the bet's going to be, Marcus and Taylor. I want to see if you got Pac and Hunt and them guys eating this week. Okay? I'm going to see where your loyalty lies. I'm going to see where y'all at with it. Okay? All right? I just want to see. But these two guys right here got to eat this week. We see what they've given up. Got to keep it going. Number three, Taekwon, new kid on the block. Remember that, though? The new kid on the block? He got the right stuff. That's what it is. So Taekwon Thornton, new kid on the block. But I'm telling you who's coming back, baby. Hollywood. He played the Ravens. He knows what the Ravens all about. Now, the fact of the Ravens is where he had 1,000 yards. Okay? 1,000 yards. Which I didn't know 1,000 yards was something to sneeze at. We kind of yawned at it. Then we take, 1,000 yards. Okay. Hey, 1,000 yards? That means something. Not a whole lot of guys do 1,000 yards in the league now. He's playing his old team. Guess what? I guarantee you better watch this one right here. You watch what he does this week. Hollywood. Number 4. Hey, main character, no decoy. Woo! Listen, Xavier Worthy is the main character. Talking about a decoy this and decoy that and stuff like that. And he said the man's ready to play. And I said this, I echo the same thing. When a man said he's ready to play, he's ready to play. Nobody ain't no decoy out there. He's not one of those little mallard ducks that you put on the pond and, you know, you wait off in the sunset. You know, you take a shotgun and shoot it. Ain't none of that. It's none of that. Hey, we got a dog out there and he's going to go eat and he's going to go hunt. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be Xavier Worthy. And I'm telling you right now, he is tough as nails. If you ever doubt it, watch what Hollywood does. When I watched him, I talked to him, this sucker is all muscle. He is. And he's got a mentality of a warrior. That's who Xavier Worthy is. They can talk about how skinny he is and stuff like that. The man's coming back. And I tell you what, if you don't have your shoes laced up, he's going to burn you. That's what's going to happen. So guess what? Sleep on him. Call him a decoy. However you want to do it, okay? I guarantee you better not sleep on one. He's going to hit his head on the goalpost. And number 5 right here we have to do, score in the red zone. TDs. We got to score. They're one of the worst in the league right now. That's who they are. That's who they are. So we understand we got to go down and we got to score. So this is the keys to victory on the offensive side of football. Let's go to the defensive side, okay? So I think that might be the, you know, that ain't the only new kid on the block song I know. I might know a couple of them, you know. They had a couple other good groups, man, from up there in Boston. I was really more partial to. You know, new addition, those guys. That's what we doing. Now, we go on the defensive side of football. Defense, what we looking at? Hey, we know what it is. This week, we got to corral one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league. We know how elite he is. We know he does a great job, okay? But we got to put a hat on Lamar. I tell you what, that's the key. He's the one right here. Lamar Jackson is the key. You stop him, they have nothing else to do. Nothing else to do. Right there, Will. Mr. Telephone Man. Right. Hey, right. Mr. Telephone Man. Mr. Telephone Man. Hey, something's going to be wrong with his line. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Get the hat on Lamar, stop him, corral him. Hey, we got to bring blitzes. We got to bring pressure. That's what needs to happen, okay? We need good games from those guys on the outside. Hey, Galapagos, I show this. Hey, what up, George? How you feeling, baby? Huh? You ready this week? Better be ready, okay? Get a good game last week, man. Good game last week. Let's go get another one. All right? Number 2 thing we got to do. Ooh, man. Stop Mr. Henry. Simple. Simple and plain. Stop Mr. Henry. You know what I watched? Hey, what did you have? Fumbles. Fumbleaya. Fumblerooski. That's what's happening with him right now. And his man's frustrated. He's very frustrated at this moment. Hey, we got to keep him frustrated. And look, Derrick Henry, I don't care, vets and whatnot. One thing you have to do, when we come in, we know he's got fumbleitis, okay? We got to exploit it. How do we exploit those things? Hey, all right, this is what has to happen. We've seen it from our DBs. We've seen it from our linebackers. Got to hit them in the mouth. That's what's got to happen. Okay? Same thing. Zay Flowers, come through that middle. Hey, Mark Andrews, come in the middle, hit these jokers in the mouth. We've usually given up a lot of yards to the tight ends. Ain't really been happening this year. There's some things we have fixed. The things we sitting over saying, look, there's some things we can do. I'll tell you what does happen. Hit them in the mouth. That's what you do. What's going to stop there? You hit right there with the fumbles, punch at the football. Punch at it. That's what you got to do. Come up and hit him. Because I know this. If you punch at that ball, somebody got fumbleitis, hey, if he's not thinking about running, he's got to be thinking about holding on to that football. So every chance you get, punch at that ball. Try to get it out of there. Okay? And it's going to slow those feet down. That's what's going to happen, all right? So we know we got to hit them in the mouth. Number 4 thing we have to do. We must be stingy in the field. What's that mean, JD? Must be stingy in the field. That means we cannot give them second chances. We cannot give them opportunities. Get on our side of the field. We must be stingy in the field. We cannot let them get down in the red zone. We don't want to do that. Stingy out in the field. Guess what? Hey, Lamar hadn't thrown a pick. They asked Jalen Watson, hadn't thrown a pick. What do you think, Jalen? Jalen said, hey, I hope this game is going to be the one. And guess what? When we bring pressure, okay, we know Lamar will give these things up. We got to start a trend. Fumbles, okay, that's what we got to see, right? We got to throw picks. That's what needs to happen. Fumbles and picks. That's what I want to see. I want both these jokers, when they leave up out of here, I want them to get on the bus, get on the plane, and they'll start thinking about what they're going to do during the offseason. That's what I want it to be. That's what I want to see, okay? I don't want to come out of this thing, we're talking about 1-3. Don't want to talk about it. We ain't worried about that. We got to go in and just go play ball. That's what needs to happen, okay? So we must be stingy in the field, all right? And the number 5 thing we need to do, okay? And I've never put this out here on the keys to victory on the defensive side of football, but I'm going here right here. We must win. I just switched this one up. I was going somewhere else with it. But this is, we must win the special teams. That's where I'm going. That's what has to happen. Must win the special teams. Harrison Butker ain't been himself. I don't know what's going on with him. I told him, hey, man, look, you've been talking about keeping your wife in the kitchen. You need to be out there helping you out in the backyard, kick some field goals, whatever it may be. Get it done. Come on, Buck. Get it done, Buck. Come on now. You're much better than that. And we got guys, return game. Nico Remigio, we don't get you right here on some of the jet sweeps and things like that. Special teams, Nico, I need for you to get some yards, baby. Set us up. Field position and what's going to be. This game is all about field position. We got to have it. We got the home field advantage. Now we got to have field position. Okay? Let's take them out of this thing early. That's what needs to happen. So those things right here, these 5 keys to victory on defense is what we need to win. Now, let me close. Something I read, and it was so true. Write this thing up real quick. I said, man, that is, hey, this embodies the mindset that it has to be. And this was, Phil Simms was talking about this. He said, there's one saying that I love more than anything else. Write this thing up here. It says, can you read it? We can't be afraid to go down in flames. Bill Parcells. And I read that quote. I was like, man, that is such a great quote right there. It is such a great quote. See, one thing I know is this. The Chiefs are not afraid of anybody. We can't be afraid of losing. We can't be afraid of going down in flames. See, one thing I do know is fear will cripple you. You try to do everything right and you're worried about, oh my gosh, don't make no mistake. And it will absolutely cripple you. It'll work against everything that you're trying to do. So the thing is, you go down, you ball out. You can't be afraid to go down in flames. Put it all on the line. That's what it has to be for this game. We're talking about playoff teams here. You're talking about getting a turn for the season. We're talking about sitting over here that the jogging out of our schedule is these first few games. We know this. We know this. Right here would be a great win for us. We can't be afraid to go down in flames. And so as we seen all of these naysayers keep coming in, the haters, they keep showing up every time the Chiefs are having a problem, an issue, they want to show up. They want to try to kick in the door. They want to, step on your couch. The old, forget your couch, huh? Things like that. But I'm telling you right now, we don't care. We ain't worried about going down in flames. See, one thing I know is this. We are the fire and we are the match. And I guarantee you walk into Arrowhead Stadium, we're going to cook you up. I've been talking about the Chef PM15 this week. We're going to go ahead and get it done. So don't worry about it. Don't be scared. Don't have shaky knees. You better just come here and ready to eat some bird because we better cook these jokers up.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.